on
Greetings,
time.
PT, and honor again to have you here today for our etymology on languages. Today we're gonna go with the letter G. So the first word that came to me, of course, when we talk about the letter G, is God. It's
Yes.
a small word with big meaning, big signification, a huge
Yes.
signification with a very small word. So, what can you tell us about the word God? Is it a code? Is it like
Okay.
grand organizing design? Is it a word in
Okay.
itself?
So in this letter G first is very important, right? Like the Freemasons use it as, at the middle, like it's very
Yeah,
important.
exactly.
So I will tell you why that is important, why they consider it important. Okay. First, whenever you see G, like in this
Yes.
like God term, G is generator, one who generates, creates, generates. O is operator,
Yes.
D is destroyer. Generator, operator, destroyer. There are three types of functionings of divine. Okay. Creation, maintenance, and destruction. There are three in nature also. You'll see everything: creation, maintenance, destruction, which leads to the next creation. Okay. This is the cycle. So there are three aspects of divine. Okay. Three. So they are put in the terms generator, O, operator, D, destroyer. Okay. So G means generation here, generator, which is like Brahman, the Vedic thing. So the generative principle comes from G. So whenever people see G, they can think it of as a generative principle, like in genes and wherever like it comes. That's where the word gene, which
Yeah.
takes human beings forward, is generative. That is the main thing about the letter G, why it's so important. So it's like the creator in that. In the That's what the Freemasons are like pointing.
A lot of things, a lot of beings on Earth can generate, operate, and destroy. Like we can do all this. We can
Yes.
generate life. We can operate this suit and we
Yes.
can destroy. So is that what makes us godly
Yeah,
in some way?
it is yeah, it is the aspects of divine. So all nature functions in like that. Okay, if all nature functions like that, then human beings, which are part of nature, will function like that too. Okay, they'll have the same principle. It's the main operative principle for the whole universe and nature. So it is the operative principle for a human being as
Yeah.
well. So it's not going to be different. Yeah. So
O-
any
Okay,
level,
so
at
it's
any
the
level.
same operation
Yeah.
system. That's it. Exactly.
Yes.
Okay, my next word is one that they're trying to push a lot into our brain, and it's a big one too. It's gravity. Personally, the only gravity I see is the situation we're in. I cannot perceive gravity. It's very bogus. It's very like it's
Okay.
full of I don't
Okay.
know, lies and
It's a
deceit in there with gravity.
yeah.
But what can you? Why do they use the word gravity?
Okay. Now, the gravity thing, there's a truth and reality to it. Not the gravity, which they say, but when they say gravity of a situation, when a situation is serious,
Yeah,
like serious, they
severe.
call it
Yeah,
grave. Grave, gravity. So,
yeah,
G means something important here. Something important, something serious. Okay. Which comes from the word guru in Sanskrit, G, U. Okay, which G means, like, if
yes,
a person is a being is a guru, that means they have a attraction towards, beings attracted towards them to learn, because the knowledge creates attraction. So that is the gravity of a being.
yes,
So, like, how much knowledge they hold, that is the real gravity. The G's ray, beta, vitality ray of G. Whenever people see the letter G, they should think either in terms of this kind of gravity, which I'm talking about, or generation, which we talked about, the God example. So both are words are examples for what this G letter
yes.
actually means. Okay. These two establish basically the letter G for us in English, what it actually is, the generation and the real gravity. So that's why in no, when KNOW, I don't write it KNOW, I write it GNO, which GNOW
Yes.
means gravity of now, because every moment is important, and how much importance are you giving to that moment is the gravity of now. So that's why in West also the word for knowledge before was gnosis. Gnostics, GNOSIS, Gnostics, GNOS,
That's again.
Gnostics. It was G. It
Yeah.
was never K. Later they just changed it to KNOW,
No.
and then people got confused. What is real knowledge? Real knowledge gnosis was with the G, not with the K. Okay, so so that was another trick played in the English language from G of now to the K of now. So yeah,
Okay, with their whole world fantasy of gravity and stuff,
that's
aliens,
just nonsense. That's there is
they,
attraction.
they,
There is attraction. When they say gravity, it's attraction, but it's not
yeah,
between two masses. It is it is the gravity of knowledge,
exactly.
and this that's a different gravity. It's not this kind of.
They have come up also with the word globe, and that's one that everyone spit out like nothing, like verbal diarrhea. It comes out very easy.
Right, right,
The
right, right.
word globe
Okay.
without ever questioning what am I saying here?
Yes,
Are
yes.
we really on a
Because
globe?
that yeah, that is because of Earth. Because they said Earth was this shape and stuff, which was not the case. Lobe is actually G lobe means generation of a lobe. Like your brain has lobes. Left side lobe, there's a left side lobe and right side
Yes.
lobe. So that generation G of that is a globe. Okay, generation of a lobe. So that is not the Earth's shape or nothing to do with Earth shape. That's just your brain and lobes.
Makes sense because people's brain are more and more on fire, so the lobe are kind of lighting
Yeah,
up every
yeah,
once in a
left,
while.
left, right, right side, like two lobes, left side, right side. So that's the thing. So yeah,
Google, that's another one we hear a lot.
yes, yes,
Google.
yes. I mean,
Why the
that can be a
word
lot of fun
Google?
can be made with that word. Okay, that's okay. Now, when we understand G here, we know what G is. Okay, generation, gravity, both these kind of
Yes.
things. So there are two G's and two O's. Okay, so first you're talking about like that knowledge, which is the G of now, and two O's are there, two circles. Okay, two circles means things spinning in circles. Okay, right. So you are spinning in that circle, right? And L in E is L is turn, E is energy. Okay, so there are two G's. There's a G of now, there's a G of past, and then there's a G of future. Knowledge of past, present, future. In Google, they are trying to, if you type something about the past, it tells you something about the past. Okay, tries to cover that. Then you type something about the present, it tells you about the present news or whatever these things and stuff like tries to. And then it tries to give you a picture of the future. Okay, what will be like, right? Because I used to have a P law called Google is not Guru. Okay, because people these days think like whenever you type in Google, whatever comes out is a fact, it's a truth, and things like that, which is not the case. Like when they people say you have googly eyed, when your eyes are wide open and you're staring at something, it's called googly eyes. So you're oogling at it,
Yeah.
you're oogling at the screen and thinking whatever is there will be true. So they put in a lot of pun in this word, that people will be oogling at the information and seeing that as fact and truth. That G of Google, whatever is, can be manipulated. Okay, it's not real gnosis, real G. There can be a G and a fake G. People have to figure out in Google when they search something what is the real G, what is the fake G. And there are circles, there is confusion there. Like, the circles are rotating, you have to see which one is what and what does that mean. And
Yeah.
LE is the energy is moving anyways in that. It's like traversing everywhere. So so that word works on many levels, giving you two, three levels of it working, how it works. So that's why it was used for uh,
Yeah.
search engine.
Search engine. What about the word ghost? Because that's an interesting one. Many
Okay,
people claim to have seen ghosts and
G is power, energy, generative. Okay, and H is host. You know what a host is. Okay, so
yeah,
right now
exactly.
We can be considered ghosts who are inside this human body. Okay, if you are a spirit inside a human body, okay, then you are the ghost also. Yeah, like when you come out of the human body, then you might look for
The
another
ghost.
host, another body to go in. So basically, whenever a generative field, which is spirit, is looking for a host, host means another body. It's disembodied, not just physical body, any other kind of body. Okay, it's called a ghost. Looking for a host, actively looking for a host. That's all. The word which is used for ghost is disembodied spirits.
Yeah,
Disembodied
disembodied
spirits.
spirits.
So that means you're looking for a body, body is host, right? So yeah, that's why people say ghost has come over me. That means your body is hosting that energy, G, basically. That's all it means.
Why the word gun?
So what happens in a gun is like there's an explosion, right? There's an explosion,
Yes.
when wherever that thing, there's a that thing trigger, and then there's an explosion. So energy is generated. Okay, so generation of energy and sudden. So out of sudden, they didn't want to say sudden, they just said un, out of sudden, sudden
Um,
generation
yeah.
of energy. That's all a gun is. Anything which suddenly generates energy. Now, how it will be used, what it will be used for, that is another matter completely. By its actual root terms, it just means sudden generation
Yeah,
of
because
energy. That's all.
when you say jump the gun,
Yeah.
yeah, when you say jump,
They
someone jump the gun, they suddenly react
suddenly
with
move,
energy.
suddenly move, like before they were supposed to move, like sudden burst of. So, I mean,
Yeah.
in gun, there's a burst of energy, right? Like a sudden generation of energy by a little tick. You just want to tick, and then a whole thing explodes. So, the explosion, that sudden burst of energy, that's all GUN means, which can be any kind of thing. Like, yeah.
So gun doesn't only refer to a
No,
pistol.
no,
It's
no,
more than
no.
that. Yeah,
Any sudden generation of energy.
that's it.
You know, yeah.
Exact. Very clear. The next word I have here is a goat. Goat is one that they use also in their cabal stuff. No? They use the goat a
Oh,
lot, but in the word goat, you have also oath. Swear giving a oath or something. Oaths.
the word goat in the
Goat.
G is used working as a gravity. The gravity. So gravitating towards a OT. OT actually refers to top here. Top. Gravitating towards the top. Top. Like, when a goat, the animal, is always walking up, up, up towards the top of the mountain, right? So, so now any person who
Yes.
becomes top of any profession or anything, they're called the goat. Any person who is at the highest level of any sport or any that thing, it is a gravitation towards the top. That's all goat is. Gravitation towards the top, whatever the top might be. T is the top in goat. Okay, the top can be anything, whatever you define top as. Okay, so is a gravitation. So some beings, they want to become champion in this and become the goat of this sport or this thing or this movies or this or that or XYZ things and whatever. Like, that's what the meaning of the word goat is actually.
Yeah.
Gravity
And
ascend
goat.
to the top.
Wow.
Yeah. And the funny joke in this is that gravity doesn't mean you always come down. Here, gravity is taking you up. Gravity ascending to the top. Like, it's not just coming down. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
The next word I have here is something you know very well is the word guitar.
okay. So G's generation, what is being generated? There are frequencies. Frequencies, which I said, like the vowels are A, E, I, O, U, basic sound vowels, and there's strings in guitar, and it's generating this notes, right? So they had to put all the vowels in it. Okay. So guitar, like U, they have put, I, they put, A, they put, okay. O is almost there. They are basically trying to show that these sounds are being generated in an instrument by T, touch. Your finger touch the string to create this frequency, vibration. And R here is for resonance and frequency. So the vowel sounds, G generation, T touch, R resonance and frequency.
What about the word game?
The word game, don't read it as GAME. Just change it to GAIM. Aim. You aim for something. Okay, there is an
Game.
aim. You want to
Yeah,
achieve something.
game.
That your what is your aim, like aiming with the arrow or whatever. So G aim. Now you generate an aim.
Yes.
What is a game? In any game you generate some aim. You have to get here, you have to give this ball back, or you are generating a aim for people. Wherever you generate an aim, every game has, you have to do this, you have to get to this thing, or you have to achieve this, or you have to get to this, like that's all. Every, you have to get to this line or that line, or whatever kind of game is, any kind of, there is a final
Yes.
conclusion result. I'm not just talking sports. In anything there is a result, which is an aim you are generating. So whenever you can generate a new aim, you create a new game. Whenever you generate a new aim for people, you generate a new game. Simple.
There is a little delay in our connection, so I apologize if I seem to talk over you, but it's not my
Yeah,
intention at
yeah, there
all.
is some.
I chose a color, and it's the color green because it's very important to eat a lot of greens. And yeah, and green is everywhere around us, no, for those who can see colors, because not everyone can see in colors. Some are colorblind. But for those who can see colors, yes, there is green all around. So, what about the color green? And also, it's a huge symbol worldwide, the color green for the street light, and it's a symbol of you go and stuff. So, yeah,
If you look around earth, trees, leaves, the leaves and the grass and everything is more green, right? Like mostly it's blue is in the sky and green is on the ground more. Let's understand it from like the word perspective. Generation, G, generation, right? Generating. R, frequency. REE, frequency. E is also frequency. Okay, in that. And N is important. N is for neutral here. Whenever you're generating a neutral frequency, green is a neutral frequency. When you're neutral means okay, you can go. It's not a block or any kind of that thing. So green is the neutral color. Whenever we have the color spectrum from violet to red, green comes in the middle, like the neutral. So N
yeah,
is for neutral, generation of neutral frequency. That's all it is. Very simple. And green soothes people's eyes. When if their eyes are hurting or that thing, then you look at the color green on the trees and that thing and nature. You feel,
that's it. Go in nature, just look around, and you will feel the neutrality. You're not, yeah, exact.
yeah, yeah.
Great reflection. Yeah. Another word that I was gonna say, some probably a word that didn't even exist 60 years ago, maybe not even. The word gym, and it's a big phenomena. People are going into concrete buildings called gyms to exercise their body. So, what about the word gym?
G is generation. We go with that. Okay. M is matter. Your body, material body, your material body. Y is, like you're stretching your arms, you're doing whatever things with the body, like if you stretch your arms like this, you can make a Y, right? Like Y is just meaning that you are doing something strenuous or something with it, just moving it in any kind of prop ways. Human body makes a lot of Ys with the legs, with the hands. So it's generation of that movement in matter, which is your body. But whether that will be good for you or not for you. That is not the point here, like in this word. Like it is just you are doing this,
Yeah, exactly.
and why is how much you are doing it. Like, so you can go crazy in the why, like as much as you want to go crazy, like that's up to you. So that's all it means.
Yeah, I'm not saying it's not good to exercise. Like I'm sure
Yeah,
you exercise also. Everyone moves, and like it's good for the body to move, but
yeah,
to move
yeah.
to that much of an extreme
And
to become
but
so
moving,
buff that
yeah, if you doing some work, then it's okay. Then you're doing some work, you're actually physically, like, if all the people who are going to gym, instead they should go work somewhere in something construction or some sort of farming or something where they can be productive, rather than
that's
just wasting energy in that, like, and after those kind of things,
there's
it doesn't
ways
mean
to
that you become,
exercise.
yeah, yeah, but that doesn't mean you become strong. Like, even if you become buff, then your movement becomes
Yeah,
limited and all kinds of things. So I'm just saying what the word means. Now people have taken it to very crazy levels now, whatever, which anything can be taken to any kind of levels, how people want to. That's what has happened with this particular concept also.
that's it. Someone wrote me before and asked me to ask you about the word group. But again, it could be also it's a double-edged sword. Like often, the one that find his path the most will often walk alone. But also getting into a group to learn stuff or to like your little social group that
Yeah,
you have going and stuff to get
yeah,
together to gain more knowledge uh, is
yeah.
something interesting also. So what about the word group?
Okay, the word group means this. You're taking a word G, like generic, and here G is gravity. It's not generation, it's gravity. Okay, okay. Now R and OU, okay, are showing circle and a U. So circle is going around the P, the axis. P is the axis, which we'll discuss later what the P, that thing means. So gravitating, basically, if you're gravitating towards a common center, O, goal. There are different beings who have common goal and common way they are, their frequencies working, their thinking, and are their recursion is going in that way. So they gravitate together to work together for a similar goal. G word. Okay.
Go,
Okay.
goal.
Yeah, okay. Similar. So that's what a group is.
It's another
So
word I should have added. Yeah.
yeah. So the P is that thing, the point, which they are all agree on. Okay, P is that point which they agree on, all of them, and they come together in a circle, and using that as a center, all gravitate towards. So automatically a group is formed.
Yeah. The word garage is the same in French and English. And if we go by the French, is where the guys rage.
The word rage is not the part of it actually, but like it is just comes out like that. But the thing is, when you say a garage, like it means a space,
I
right? Like
omit to put it, but
yeah, 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 it means like a space, right? Garage means a space. So whenever there is an open empty space, right, what will it do? It will attract things to it, like either some car will come into it or some other things will come into it. Okay, so here G is gravity, it's attracting. G, there are two G's in garage. Okay, right, and it's attracting a recursive A. So ARA is like a recursive A means many things, different things it's attracting. And energy means those things will come there by energy. Like, like car comes by energy, parks itself. Other things, people bring things or boxes or things like that. Like, so it's a space which is, by being empty, it is attracting things, and it'll fill up just by virtue. So it has got two G's in it just to show it's attracting gravity. That's real gravity, right? Like, because once you open garage and like something always comes in, something always comes
oh
in there.
yeah, always.
Yeah, always like
You
so.
will always have something coming. Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
yes.
No, it's true.
Yeah.
Another one last one I have, and it's the word gram, because you can use it to weigh something, but also for grammar, for Grammys, for like the word gram come back a lot into
Okay,
many
because
words.
okay now whenever whether gram is very important word in that way. Like let me explain to you. This is very that thing. G here is and Ra is sun. Okay, and M is matter, earth. Okay, so you are generating like Ra, sun, and M matter. Okay, generation of that. So like if Grami means like somebody's shining, somebody's getting a Ra status, the sun, like this is star, sun, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Gram, whenever you are taking value of something matter, you're seeing how much is it, gravity of it, like how much is it worth. So it uses that. So when it comes to light and matter both and generation of that, so you can use it in all kinds of ways, in a light way or in a matter way. Right? That's why G Ra M, G and Ra and M matter, Ra sun. So it's that's why grand, the word grand, big, G Ra, in a cup, like same things, all
And
of that.
and why they use grammar? They use also the word grammar, like gram.
Grammar is from a like language perspective, from the top language perspective, is the way light turns into matter. Light is turning into matter, Ra is turning into M, matter, but in certain sequences. There are rules to that, how light turns into matter. The rules of how light turns into matter is called grammar. Okay, which is encoded in languages like Sanskrit.
Okay.
So it is
No, for
actually
sure there is rules with the
it's a
languages.
technical rules to that, and scientific rules which in language get coded as grammar. Okay, that's but this is a good note to end on. I think the grammar one is a big thing, like
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
it's
yeah.